Sorry about that. My dog burst through the door. Anyway, yes, I was saying that the lack of creativity in the midfield is the reason that Chris has to come in deep, and like that's just a problem in itself. But since Bruno was that one creative outlet, obviously, it's difficult. So you can't reach the full potentials. But yeah, you can definitely see how much you miss Pogba and definitely need a solid sitter in the midfield because if we have Pogba and Bruno in the midfield to create. Even if you want to shift Pogba to the left, I don't care. But if we just have more creativity in that team, we will play better in games like this. And if we can get into that same methodology that like your Man City and your Chelsea have, and I guess you can count Liverpool as well, in that we will sit you down. Like we will dictate how this game will go. And we will break you down. It can take us 30 minutes, it's fine. But Oxalayo, we will break you down. And in between there, it's just chance after chance after chance created. Exciting stuff. But we'll get there, hopefully. Our Shem Anthony Elanga, the young lad. I mean, yeah, 6.5. I mean, he also had he's had 3 starts. So he's probably very chuffed with life right now. But I mean, against Brentford, he was excellent. Against Villa was also pretty good too. Today he was okay. He was popping up also in different areas, trying to, I guess do something with the ball. There was at one point where he tried to put in a cross, but it obviously didn't come off too well. It was just yeah, average performance. Actually, I feel like 6.5 is a little bit too high. Six is fair, because as much as he is a young lad, I mean, what else could he have done? But yeah, it's just one of those where the there's very little he can do to try and penetrate that if there's not many runners coming from midfield to try help out and build those little triangles. But well, I guess his game will develop and we'll see with him. And then Chris, Chris had a very difficult game as well, graveyard shift as per usual. But he did play it very mature. Like, he played it like an experienced striker, someone who knows. He played it like a striker that plays for a team that barely has the ball. Like, hey, there's going to be that one chance. And Shem, that one chance did come from the beautiful ball that Thingy Bruno delivered that was just ahead of Chris. That would have been perfect. And plus, I have Chris in my fantasy team. So I was like, yeah, so that would have been nice. Yeah, no, look, I'll have to give Chris a 6.5 as well. He obviously was involved in the goal in the end. He did actually, Chris. Yeah, 6.5 is fair. I can't say 7 because. Can I say? I think I can say it might be biased because I love Chris. Because the thing is, he was the one person who was trying to do the little 1-2s and little intricate passes in and around that 30-yard area, whereas your Brunos, your Greenwood were trying to shoot first. I mean, if I gave Bruno a 7, I think Chris deserves a 7 too. I'm going to give Chris a 7. Yeah, it's great. Giving Chris a 7. Because I think he had a fairly decent game, especially for the lack of chances, like what he was able to do. There was also another chance that he could have scored, but it fell to him kind of fast and hit on his weaker foot. Really wish he could net that, But just because he didn't score a goal doesn't mean he had a bad game. It was also just above average. I think he had a fairly decent game. And yeah, just literally the captain of the pitch. He's the one shouting at people. I remember there was a corner we'd conceded and he was coming back to try to help defend the corner. He was already shouting at people like, yeah, focus, don't switch off. He's just on it, man. He's just the serial winner. And that's my captain. And I'm sticking by him. Fuck it. Okay. And then look, the game changer who also could be a potential arguable man of the match, arguably a man of the match contender, Anthony Martial. Straight off the bench, 7 out of 10. You can even say 7.5 if you'd like, because he came with a different dynamic. Rashford came on, and yeah, he's the one who scored the goal, but it was a tap-in. When has Rashford ever created a tap-in for someone else? Yes, fine, Cavani was the one who made the pass, but Tony literally, as soon as he came on, he was getting the ball and driving at people, turning, make a pass, make a run. He was doing things. Not this thing of dribble, and shoot that your Greenwood and your Rashford did. Rashford literally came on. As soon as he came on, got the ball, dribbled. He's being marked by 2 West Ham defenders. What does he do? Head down, tries to shoot. It's that shit. It's that shit. That's the shit that needs to stop. That's the shit that is frustrating because it's like we'll work hard to get into the third half, to the third half of the. Into, I'm losing my words. Into the, into the Jesus. I just went blank. Wow. Just outside the opposition's box, into the final third is the word I was looking for. I was like, third half. I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. My English data pandas have expired. You can see I'm exhausted. Into the final third. So, yeah, he was the one who was giving that little bit of something different, something a little bit more creative because now, okay, granted, it might have also been with the changes because Ralph did make some smart changes by bringing on four forwards essentially. We had four forwards. So by bringing on Rashford earlier and then Cavani and Marshall together, he timed that well because like, okay, last 10 minutes, throw it out. Let's just go for it, you know? Because it's like, I need to win this game. And yeah, I think Tony made a very big difference there because it's just like something different, a different problem with the defenses to look into now. So yeah, I'm gonna give Tony a young 7.5. I think he did really, really well, especially with everything that's been happening around him. But now it also raises a very, very hectic question. Do we then say, okay, Tony, you're gonna play off the left? Because then that's our left-sided attacker right there, Tony. We say Tony, Chris, Sancho. That sounds like fire because now we have a creative on the right and a creative on the left. And yes, you can say that, how do we know that Tony won't do what Rashford and Greenwood have been doing? Well, for starters, he came on and even back in the day with Tony, he was never really that guy. The only problem with Tony is that he'll dribble too much and take too long to shoot. That was the problem with Tony. So if we're lucky, he'll dribble and pass. And then if he gets a chance, then yeah, sure, go for it. But his first instinct isn't to shoot. And that's what we need. But yeah, well done to Tony for that. We're very happy for him. So it's just a matter of now, do we keep him or do we let him go? I mean, for me, honestly, if we keep him, he has to be at the left attacking thingy forward for the rest of the season, and then Rashford can just be the super sub. I don't mind Rashford as a super sub, it's fine. Mr. MPE, we are chill. But yeah, I mean, we just need to have our creatives back because Chris is suffering. Whether it's Cavani, Chris, Greenwood, doesn't matter who our striker is, there's no creativity. So yeah, there's that. And then Eddie Cavani, I mean, he got an assist, so he's already got a 7 for that. Him as well. He's just one of those guys that's just, him and Chris have got that knack for just, doesn't matter what time it is, put him on the pitch, you will see the difference. Put him on the pitch, a goal will come some way, somehow. And so it happened. Literally, Chris to Tony took Cavani, Cavani splits it through to Rashford, and there's our goal. So yeah, he also came on, made an instant impact. And obviously, yeah, old man Mackay runs, Shamhi does run. So yeah, I think I'll also give Cavani a good 7. Sorry. 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5. Rashford, I'm going to give 6.5. I know he got the goal, but it was a tap-in. He just had to put himself in the right place, which he did. But then the overall performance, especially because he had more time than Cavani and Tony, 6.5 at best. Because, I mean, he didn't really impact the game when he came on. He just came on, it was like, yeah, Rashford's here, now what? And then the first thing he does is runs into a blind alley. And then, you know, it's like, there's very little that he was doing. I mean, there was one or two chances. The one chance that Bruno had that he fluffed his lines, where he did some good held-up play, able to jump up, hit the ball back down. Decent, but like, you know, yeah, decent. 6.5. I'm happy with that. But yeah, man of the match for me, who am I going to give it to? Who would you give it to? Because I'm thinking Dallo, Bruno, or Tony, or even Varane. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I'm going to give it to Dallo. Because in all fairness, he did a lot more both ways. But then I could argue the same for Bruno. Well, not both ways, but in terms of doing a lot more. I mean, Bruno could have had an assist and a goal. I won't lie. The thing is, a lot of the players were kind of like on this like par of average. Like no one was outstanding. Like it's not like with Dave, where Dave was just like levels above. Or maybe Tony, in all fairness, because he's the one who actually kind of changed the game, even though he's only been there for like 30 minutes. Sorry, for 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. You guys can tell me what your thoughts are. I will say between Dallo, Bruno, Tony, and Varane, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I mean, I gave Tony a 7.5. I think I'm going to go with Tony. I'm going to go with Tony man of the match. Tony man of the match because I think he had the most impact coming off the bench. I know Dallo had a sublime first half. Bruno had a very good first half as well. Couple of chances created. Overall good game. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Tony. I know Cavani got the assist. Rashford got the goal. People might say Rashford, but nah. I think Tony. Just his impact coming off the bench just was too much for them to deal with. And then Ralph. Last week I didn't give Ralph a rating. I forgot to do that. I think today Shem Ralph he was very Fergie-esque in the sense that he had his plan. He chilled. He wanted to make sure he had control over the game like he wanted to. He knew that in order for him to control the game, he needed to have machines in the midfield to deal with Rice and Suchek. Fair enough chat. And then obviously, hopefully, he was hoping that it was very Ollie-like as well, also funny enough, where it's like you're just hoping that you'll have that moment of brilliance from your stars just to, grab the game by the scruff of the neck and get you that win. But then with 10 minutes left to go, he throws on Cavani and Rashford and Tony. Rashford obviously came on earlier. And it's just like, boom, I'm going for it now. Now you put on 4 attackers, and all 4 of the attackers were involved in the goal. Chris, Tony, Cavani, to Rashford. Boom, goal. And literally in Fergie time too. And yeah, it was literally like that drama at the Stratford end. Just like, what? Nan and I lost our shit. It's like this is it. So very happy with the win. So yeah, I'll give Ralph a 7 for good substitutions, good timing of the subs as well. Tactically sound. I mean, like, look, it wasn't the most entertaining game to watch, but it was well executed in terms of his game plan. And yeah, credits to that. You can kind of start to see now his ideas now coming out into fruition on the pitch. But yeah, so now I mean we're fourth, finally, but obviously West Ham has played one more game than us. We have played one game. Is it one game more than Arsenal? And 2 games more than Spurs. So we're not safe because obviously Tottenham is like a real large concern. I know they're playing Chelsea tomorrow. Ideally, there we want to draw. We don't want Tottenham to win because they're right behind us. But we also don't want Chelsea to win because if we win our game in hand on Chelsea, we're 3 points behind them. So what do you think we should do? Like, hey, it's critical. So the race for top 4 is on now. It's on and it's heavy. So it's gonna be an interesting season. Yeah, but great win. We're happy. It's a happy rant today. Thank God. I was so scared because literally when I saw the McFred lineup, I was like yo. Then I saw Maguire cats. I was like yo. I was very concerned. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Please do have yourselves a very fantastic rest of your evening. Happy Saturday. Keep safe and all that good stuff. This is Sam signing out. This has been Sam's rant. Deuce.